Okay, it is recording. Okay, awesome. So got it. I'm gonna mute all, and it looks like everybody's muted. And okay, so hey guys, thank you, Chris, for that introduction. I appreciate it. Guys, I'm really excited to be here today. So I've already said, my name's Tiffany Six, and so a little bit about myself. Last year in March, we were on vacation with our family, and I've got 3 kids. Like I said just a second ago, 18, 16, and 6, and we were enjoying our vacation. While we were there, we got an email from my husband's work. We got a little bit of devastating news that was financially impacted our life, that a bonus that he was always would get annually in July was no longer going to be come to us. We were no longer going to get this bonus, and that bonus was something that would help us get our kids back to school, get them their clothes and shoes, and get them all signed up for school. And this was actually a really big year for us because my son was going to be a senior, and senior year is a pretty expensive year. And so with his college, we needed to pay for his college credits he was taking at high school. So my husband and I kind of just didn't talk about it. And we just didn't know what we were going to do. I know my husband, he would probably get 4 jobs just to make it work, whatever he needed to do. So we were driving back from vacation, and I was really stressed. And when I get stressed, my stomach flares up really bad. I get really bad stomach flare-ups and a lot of pain. And I was really bloated, and I just wasn't happy. And I remember sitting in my car on the way back and thinking about Nancy and how she would always, that she's talking about happy coffee. And I'm like, okay, what in the world? You know, I have got to try this happy coffee because I'm not happy and I need to be, you know, for my family. So we were in the car. I got online, I ordered this coffee. We got home. My coffee came, and at the time I was working and driving 90 minutes one way to work because I was having to take my daughter to daycare and then drive to work. And I remember getting this coffee, and the first day I got it, I did it wrong. Okay, guys, she sent me instructions. I knew what to do, but I didn't listen. Normal, right? Racing around trying to make my coffee, and I tried to put the coffee into a K-cup pod. Okay, so I'm trying to brew my happy coffee. So anyhow, you guys, so I drink my coffee. I head to work, and that day I could feel immediately the brain fog lift. Okay, that brain fog. I was on fire at work, you guys. I was so productive. I was focused. I had mental clarity. I had energy. I was talking and talking and talking to people, and they're like, what is your deal? And so I leave work, and normally when I get home, you know, 3 kids, got to do dinner. You've been at work, you know, all this stuff. I'm tired. And after dinner, I don't want to do the dishes. You know, I want to sit on the couch and take a nap. And that day, I was done with dinner, and I was in the kitchen. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not tired. I don't need a nap. I'm going to give Gracie a bath, get her to bed, and I don't need to fall asleep on the couch first, you know, and get some energy. I had this energy, and I'm like, what is this stuff? It's amazing. Okay. So I tell Nancy, I'm like, okay, love this stuff, and I'm going to start sending you referrals. And I said, because I'm going to tell everybody about this. And she's like, well, why would you send me referrals? Let's, you know, let's chat about this opportunity, right? Well, I told her I can't chat right now about it because I got to get my son through prom, and I don't have any extra money, and it was his junior prom, and I needed to get him sent off. So anyways, a couple weeks went by, and now my stomach and the bloating and inflammation is completely gone, you guys. Because when I went back to work, I could not button my pants. Now I'm buttoning my pants. I feel amazing. And I get on the phone with Ricky, Nancy, and Enrique, to do a connect call. And I'm like, I'm doing this. Okay, I'm so ready to get started. So back then, this was a year ago, on April 13th, when I got started, it was $100 to actually get signed up. So it really wasn't in our budget. And I'm going to be really transparent here with you guys. Okay. We did not have the money to get started. Okay. I had a smaller business on the side with network marketing. I was with another company. I wasn't making a lot of money over there. I was making, maybe couple $100 a month. And if I was lucky. And I didn't tell my husband I was getting started in another network marketing company, because he would be like, so I got signed up for the $100, and I could not afford to buy a sample pack. And there was never, there was never any pressure to buy a sample pack, but, I knew I could not afford one. So I knew I was going to have to come in and get customers and get them on a 30-day experience. So after I got signed up, the next day, Nancy calls me and she says, you ready? You ready to get your first customer? I'm like, yeah, I'm nervous. Oh yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it. And I was really nervous, but guys, it was a Sunday. Everybody was outside, and I just sat on my phone. I had my list of people that I knew I wanted to talk to about this. People that I had in my previous network marketing company, customers, my family, my friends. And I just started sending messages and picked up the phone and called them. And guys, I just said, hey, I've launched a new business. I'm really excited. I've been drinking this new product, and I feel incredible, and I have to share this with you. Are you open to hearing more? And those are the messages I sent, guys. I was just really excited, launching a new business. I hadn't even launched on Facebook yet. I did this all through Messenger, and I got an amazing response. And I just started, hey, once they responded back, do you drink coffee? Yes. Have you heard of the happy coffee everybody's talking about? No. What is that? Well, here's what it's done for me, and just sharing my story. And then I'm going to plug you in to a private group with tons of testimonials and great info. Just make sure to accept the invite. I'm not asking them if they wanted to be in there. I'm telling them, right? I'm being nice, but I'm telling them, hey, get in this group. You're going to see the inspiring, these testimonials. It's changing people's lives, right? So I get them in there. And within 2 weeks, you guys, I had 20 new customers. I did not sample anybody. Like I said, I didn't have any samples. I just had to go and close the sale. And so I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to tell you guys a few examples of some of my conversations. But I want to also say this really fast. And then I'm going to go into what some of my conversations look like. I want to share a few examples with you. So my first full month was May, and then my second full month was June. And in June, my team and I hit platinum in my second full month. And I'm sorry, getting a little choked up, because so our pay came July 15th, and that's when my husband's bonus was supposed to be going into our account. And guys, this is just incredible, okay? We're so blessed here. That paycheck, when I got that notification for our July 15th paycheck, guys, that paid for my kids to go back to school, and even more than that. It was incredible. It took a huge burden off of my husband's shoulders. Okay. He's working 2 jobs, up at 2:30 in the morning, not coming home till 5 p.m., and here we've got this amazing opportunity, okay, right in front of us with a product that does what it says it's going to do. It's incredible. It's changing lives. You guys, that was a blessing. Okay. It was just amazing. And so anyhow, I wanted to share that with you. And so, so anyways, that's just a little bit about my story. That's not all of it, but I don't want to take up the whole time with my story. So I actually wanted to talk to you guys about follow-up and how that is extremely important in this business. Being consistent, you know, every day in talking to people, you know, going into your stories and posting about coffee in your stories, being consistent on Facebook, showing up every day, right? And following up, okay? And I know we all get nervous because we think we're bugging people, but I promise you, you're not, okay? Especially when you have something that could change their life, all right? So this was back in May, okay, May 14th of 2019, because I went back to this conversation because it took this conversation, I went back to this thread just to kind of see how it all went, okay, so I could tell you guys about it. But May 14th of 2019, I had posted on Facebook and I had people that were interested in hearing more about our coffee. So I got in her inbox and I said, hey, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to share more with you about this coffee. It has changed my life. And she was open to hearing more. She drinks coffee. She had never heard of Happy Coffee before. And I said, I'm going to plug you in just like I went through the steps. I'm going to plug her into the private group. And I followed up with her and I said, hey, did you get a chance to look around? Did you get a chance to look around the group and see why I'm so excited? What resonated with you the most? And you guys, I didn't get a response. I got completely ghosted. And so here she is, you know, she's the one who wanted the information, right? No response. Well, you guys, I was so busy during that time getting new customers, building my business. Sorry, my dog just walked in and shaked. I don't know if you guys heard that. Okay, so I did not actually, I had her on my list, okay? She was on my list of people that I wanted to talk to, but I wasn't concerned that she didn't reach back out to me. So time went by. Here now is June. Now in May, my team and I, we hit gold. So I had gotten my paycheck on June 15th and I was able to put money back into my business. So I bought samples. And now I went back to my list of people that I never closed a sale with and that I had been talking to about Happy Coffee, and I wanted to sample them because I want to get this in their hands, okay? So I went back to her and I'm like, hey, I want to send you a few samples of the Happy Coffee. I'd love to get your honest opinion, and what's your address so I can pop these in the mail today to you? She's like, yes, I would love to try Happy Coffee. I would love to try it. So anyhow, I send her the samples. I do my follow-up. I make sure she gets her samples and she gets the instructions. She's like, it took her a while to get back to me. She finally said, hey, I checked my mail. My samples are there. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. When are you going to drink, your first cup? Because I want to make sure I'm there with you every step of the way. She doesn't respond. Okay. So now she's got samples. I don't know when she's going to drink it, but it doesn't stop me. Okay. I follow up with her. I'm like, hey, did you get a chance to try those samples? I'd love to hear what you think. I cannot wait to hear back from you. Nothing. So now it's the end of June, it's June 30th, and we have this amazing giveaway going on in our customer group to get free product. I didn't let it stop me, guys. I reached back out to her. I know I had already, I don't even know if she tried the samples yet and if she loved it, but hey, we got a giveaway and you can get free product. So I'm going to tell her about it. So I got back in her inbox. I let her know, hey, today is a great day to place your order to get you on a 30-day experience. Let's get you started. We have a giveaway going on and you can earn free product. So I don't hear back from her. The next day, it's July 1st, she responds, I'm trying them today. I'm like, yay, hallelujah. I didn't say that, but I'm like, okay, finally, let's get you going here. So July 1st rolls around. She's gonna try them. I follow up the next day. She loved it, okay? She noticed a big change in her energy and her focus. I'm like, that's so, that's awesome. I sent her my website. Here's my website, check it out, look over the products and pricing, what we have to offer. And then I gave her my recommendation. I always recommend, at the time we didn't have Max, but we had Nitro, and I always recommend Nitro Dose. I said, let's get you started. All right, guys. So sorry, this is taking me a while, but I just really want to show you what some of these conversations can be, and what then being a good friend is about, and how caring for people and building a relationship. Okay. She never responded back to me. She did not place an order. August rolls around, and I'm in stories all the time, and I'm on Facebook, and I engage a lot with people in stories, and I ask a lot of questions because it's a great way to get into their inbox and build that relationship. Okay. She posted about her watch, her brand new watch that she got. I wanted to know more about this watch. I did not bring up coffee. I asked her, hey, what kind of watch is that? Because I've been looking around. All right. She responded back immediately, and she told me about it, but we didn't talk about coffee. Okay. And so then we're in October, and I literally am looking through this thread, and we talked about network marketing books, what she's reading. I told her happy Halloween to her and her family. I hope they had a wonderful evening. She responded back to me. We chatted. Then November came, we talked about snow. We talked about Thanksgiving. We talked about all these things. Okay. But we didn't talk about coffee. But I was very consistent on Facebook. She was seeing my stories. She was seeing my posts. She knew. She was in the customer group, right? And every day that she logs into Facebook, what's in her newsfeed? Testimonials, so she knows that what this product can do for her. But I wasn't letting that stop me from building my business and still going out and getting new customers. She was just on my list, and I just wanted to be a good friend to her. December rolls around, she finally pops into my inbox, and she's like, hey, I'm ready. I got to lose some weight. The new year's coming. I'm ready to feel better. I said, great. Let's get you started feeling better. I said, here, and I sent her my link again, you guys, because it was way up in the thread from July, right? So I send her it again. That way she has it if she decides to place an order at midnight, right? So anyhow, she didn't even place an order right away. It took her a while, but we talked about Christmas. We talked about what she was drinking. I think she posted something about some kind of Bud Light seltzer things, whatever. And I was like, ooh, those look good. Hey, I want to try those. I need to run down the store and grab some, whatever, so we're just having a conversation. And guys, she finally orders on December 27th. So 8 months and of just being a good friend, following up, not worrying that I'm bugging her, and just caring, right? So that's just one story, one conversation, but it's just about being consistent, guys, and just showing up every day and not being afraid to ask them for the sell, not being afraid to say, let's get you started on a 30-day experience, because hey, you have nothing to lose. Okay. You have a 30-day money back guarantee. We have a product that works, high impact product. It's affordable. And so anyways, that's just one story. Okay. So I just have one more, and I want to show you sometimes how quick these can go as well, and how you don't have to lead with a sample either in some of these situations, because sometimes people are just ready. Okay. I was in stories, and I was doing my story, and I always put a poll with my stories, guys. I generally post coffee in my stories every single day. I never let those run dry. I do not post on Facebook every day about coffee. I do weave in my personal life and different things like that. but I always share my journey from where I started in stories, and I always share coffee. Okay. And so she clicked on my poll, and truthfully, most people click on your poll and it's an accident. But guess what? It is a conversation opener for you. So get your poll on those stories, okay? And always make sure they're both positive, yes and yes, or yes and of course I want more info, or whatever. And when they click on your poll, get in their inbox. Hey, oh my gosh, I just saw that you clicked on my poll about Happy Coffee. I am so excited because this is an amazing product and I want to tell you more about it. All my conversations are different, but I'm always excited. And sometimes I even say, hey, was it an accident? Did you really mean to vote? Because most people are like, no, I didn't mean to vote. So I sent her this message. She did not respond right away. And a couple weeks went by and I didn't even follow up. I didn't say anything right away. I had her on my list that she did vote. I kept her name there so I could go back. Well, she finally responds, hey, I did not mean to vote on your poll, but guess what? I have been watching you on Facebook for a year and I tired of my sad coffee and I need happy coffee. So I'm like, okay, awesome. I'm going to plug you into a private group. Let's, make sure you accept the invite. The same thing, guys, the same script. I use it over and over and over again, okay? Use the tools that you have, whether it's the dose video, if it's your customer group, whatever it is, get them plugged in, okay? So I get her plugged in. I make sure she accepts the invite. I follow up. I said, hey, what resonated with you the most? What benefits are you looking for? What do you want to get out of this coffee? Okay, you want to find out what they want. Okay, she says, I need energy and I need to quit eating so much junk food. I'm like, perfect. This is going to help you. Let's get you started. I got her, I tagged her in a few testimonials in the process and I said, hey, let's get you started. Feeling better, okay? Let's get you more energy. Let's curb your cravings. Here's my website. Take a look around at our products and pricing and let me know if you have any questions. And I always recommend dose, okay? Even if maybe that's not what they can afford, that's okay. But I lead with dose and whatever it is. And I knew she wanted coffee, so I recommended nitro dose. We didn't have Max at the time, it was before convention. So you guys, she had my website and I gave her my recommendation, and at midnight one night she decided to order. Okay, so she just placed her order. So there was no sampling there. She was ready to get started, even though she told me she was on a budget and she wasn't even sure if she could afford it. I still recommended nitro dose because we have a product that can help and can make you feel better. So those are just a couple examples of how my conversations go, and they're very simple. And we just have a simple system that works here. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Just stick to the 4 steps, you guys. It's so simple. That's what I love about here is the simplicity of this business. And we are just drinking coffee, being happy, and sharing our story, okay? So number 1, you guys, is drink coffee and be happy. And I'm sure you guys are all doing that, right? So we got number 1 down. Okay, so drink coffee and be happy, you guys. Show up. We are the Happy Coffee Company. Got your smile on, get your energy going, whatever you need. And number 2, share your story, you guys. It's so important. Even if it's no matter what, my story was not a big weight loss story, okay? Mine was bloating and inflammation, energy, more focus, guys. when I launched my business, that is what I talked about. I used my story on Facebook. Okay. And that's what I shared. Yes, Enrique, Nancy and Enrique. Yeah, I gotta get to that. So, share your story. Do you drink coffee? Have you heard of the happy coffee everybody's talking about? Okay. Guys, plug them into a tool. Utilize what we have here. Don't be the expert. Don't think that you have to answer every single question. Get them in a group, get them the video. Guys, I didn't have a lot of time on my hands when I first started. I was driving 90 minutes to work. I have 3 kids. My husband was working 2 jobs. There just wasn't a lot of time. I had to fit this in when I could. And I was so, and I'm still so grateful for the tools that we have, because when I was at work and somebody would say, I need to know more, I just plug them into the group, tag them in a few things and let them read, and then follow up later when I could. Okay. And also, number 4, pass the ball. Don't, people are interested in the opportunity, connect them with your upline, get them on a Zoom. If you're new and in your first couple weeks and you're just launching, use your upline, check in with them every single day, you guys, even if it's just to say hi. Okay. Just check in with them, and they are never going to know what's going on with you and where you're at unless you tell them. And so it's so important to do that. And if you can't answer a question, hey, screenshot your conversation and send it to your upline. Send it to them. Let them help you. Let them tweak things that you might have said and kind of help you. And by the end of that 2 weeks, you're not going to really need them to look at your conversations anymore, because you're going to know how to do it. But let them hold your hand through the process in the beginning. If you need to get them in some other things, if you need to get your upline in a thread with somebody that has a lot of questions, you know what? Tell them, say, hey, my good friend Nancy has been doing this a lot longer than I have. And I just want to get us in a thread together so she can answer your questions. Just let them know. They're going to appreciate that. All right, guys. So that is it. That's our simple system. I was just reading some of the comments, and yes, you guys, just in November of this past year, I was able to leave my job and do this full time. So it was pretty, I was, not expecting to be able to leave my job until the end of the year, but my husband pushed it up. So yay, honey, thank you. Anyways, yeah, I was able to leave my job and be home with my kids. This is my first summer home with my kids, being able to work my business from my phone. And actually a cute little story, and I'll end, but last summer, my kids, my girls were missing me because they were here and I was going to work, and they wrote me a little sign outside in chalk that they missed their mom, and I cried. Okay. And then this summer I get to be home with my kids and do this business. Guys, we are so blessed here. We have an incredible opportunity. Don't sit on it, you guys. Go out there, be bold, share your story, and tell everybody, just get out there, be consistent, do your stories. If you haven't launched yet and you haven't done a launch post, get with your upline, have them help you, get your first post out there. Just do it. We are here to support you. If you need us to boost your post and support you, we love everybody. We want to encourage you and support you any way we can. Anyways, guys, I'm pretty much done, and I hope that you guys got value out of today. Anyhow, hope everybody has an awesome Saturday. I don't know if anybody has questions or if I need to open it up to questions. I'm not sure how that works. But anyhow, okay, guys. I hope everybody has a great day. Happy Saturday.
Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you.
Thanks, Tiff.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you,
Thank
Tiffany.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Tiffany, you did a great job. Thank you.
Awesome job, girl. I love your
Thanks,
face.
Tiffany.
Thank you.
You did awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tiffany.
You're so welcome.
Tiffany.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you.
You're welcome.